So today I thought I would discuss with you what an empath is and how to know if you are one. In my coaching practice and even in my photography job, I come across women who already know what empaths are, and they identify as one, but they don't know how to manage it. And then I also have clients who don't know what an empath is and have never heard of it or have never considered that they could be one. So I wanted to kind of let you know what an empath is and maybe give you some information, because maybe that will help you understand a little bit more and possibly help you determine if you're an empath. So like I mentioned, an empath is someone who can feel other people's energy. You know, we're all energetic beings, and most people go through life just fine. They feel their own feelings, they feel their own emotions, and it's super clear. And then there's the other, the rest of us, the rare breed that we are, who are walking around not only feeling our own stuff, but we are feeling everyone else's stuff too. And this can be a curse, and it can also be a gift if you know how to manage it. It can be a wonderful gift. In fact, it's actually one of the clairs, like one of the senses. There's claircognizant, clairsentient. There are so many clairs, right? Well, being an empath is one of the clairs. So it is a gift. It's an intuitive gift. So I say that because so many of us have to get into that mindset, because it's hard to it's hard to think of it as a gift when it's so hard to manage feeling everyone else's stuff, right? So let me just explain how you will know if you're an empath. And there's many different types of empaths, but we're going to get into the different types of empaths on another video. On this video, I thought I would just share some ways that to see if any of this fits for you. So I have a list here. So you can feel, number one, you can feel people's emotions or moods without them telling you. So an example of that is maybe you're hanging out with a friend and she's got a smile on her face, but you just feel something's off, right? That's you intuitively picking up on her energy. Now, to take it a step further, when you don't know that you have this extrasensory perception, you might think it's yours. And that's where I'm talking about, like, not knowing it's even yours or theirs. You might just personally go, oh, something's going on with me right now. And so that's a little bit of education you can do later on. And I work with women on this all the time, deciphering if it's yours or someone else's. You can, an empath, if you don't know, this might be you, you can walk into a room and feel the energy of the room. Now, I want to say, a lot of times, if you grew up an empath, it's so natural, you don't even know that you're doing it. You don't even know that you're picking up on energy in a room, because you've been like that your whole life. That was me. I thought everyone could do that. But so again, you might go into a room and just feel, ooh, or, a room is a room, right? But you're going in there and you feel like maybe someone got in a fight before you got there. So you can pick up some tension feelings. Maybe something sad happened before you came and you feel the sadness. So start asking yourself, like, does this happen to you? Let me give you some more. Let's see. You wake up in the morning and already feel emotional, anxious, excitement, joy, happy, whatever you want, with no explanation. So you haven't even started your day yet. You just like, boop, wake up and, stuff's coming at you. That is something that happens to me all the time. And again, this is where my work with other women on this is so beneficial, because a lot of women I work with, they have anxiety and they're like, I don't even have any, there's not even a reason I'm anxious. I just am. Sometimes it's true anxiety, sometimes it's anxiety because you're so sensitive. You are feeling the collective. You're feeling the collective consciousness of the world. You're feeling, for me, my sister lives in New York City, and sometimes I feel her. I don't even know it's her, but I have to realize sometimes it's not my stuff. It's other people's stuff. And I call her and she's like, yes, I'm super anxious. So again, just start asking yourself, is this sound familiar to you? And then, perhaps you're an empath also. Let's keep going here. Let's see, certain people or places drain your energy. So one thing it's really good to be aware of, if you start noticing that when you're around certain people and you walk away feeling just drained, you're an empath. If you are with someone and they make you're at a neutral, and then they bring an excitement through you, just being around their energy, you're picking up on that. So it's just something to look at. And I would take a next step with that is start taking inventory, like who in your life is draining you and who doesn't suck the energy out of you. And as an empath, there are ways to actually be around people that are draining, and that's when you protect your energy. And I help people learn how to protect their energy. But in the beginning stages, it's just good to recognize those people that are actually, as some people call them, energy vampires in your life, and avoiding them when you can, and or having limited time with them. Okay. So let's see, what else do we have here? Some empaths connect with animals very easily. I know I do. Animals and little kids are both drawn to me. And I think a lot of empaths, the reason, like children and animals, they're just open-hearted. They don't have a lot of blocks. They don't have a lot of they're just like walking around being true to themselves, right? And I think that when little kids or animals sense that you are an open kind of channel, they are drawn to that, because they feel that love and compassion. So ask yourself, like, are you the one that if you see a dog on a walk or wherever you are, do they come to you? Not all empaths have this. So you could still be an empath and not have this connection with animals or little kids or anything. But it's kind of a fun, like, extra question. And the other, I'll take it to another level, is with like, it could be babies too, but I was going to say with animals, because they can't talk, you can actually feel like you can communicate with animals on an energetic level. Like you understand how they're feeling. Like I started with with a friend, say, that's smiling at you, not saying anything's wrong, but you can feel something's going on. That's kind of like with animals too. It's like they're not using their voice, but you can sense if they're happy or sad or nervous or, sick. So just another fun thing you can play with. So let's see if there's anything else. This is kind of fun. Sometimes empaths are called human lie detectors, because we just can tell when people are not telling the truth, even if they're smiling and acting very cool and genuine and authentic. You can feel it in your body. And so that's kind of a fun thing to think about. Like, are you able to tell when people are not being genuine or if they're not telling the whole truth? My kids hate that, by the way. I have 2 teenage boys and they're like, dang it, can't get away with anything. And I would say, let's see, I think there's one more. Oh, yes, this one. Life can feel very conflicting in this way. For example, here's me. I love music. I am drawn to music, and I avoid places like concerts. I actually do go to concerts, but it's very scary for me. I don't want to feel all those people there. I avoid large crowds if I can avoid them. But I still go to concerts. I don't want to limit myself. So I just take measures to prepare that I'm going to be doing that. But that's one other thing you can ask yourself, like, is there things I like avoid? And is it because I get drained around a lot of people, or just feel too much, or feels scary to be exposed? So just another thing to think about. So I just want you to know I understand you. If you relate to any of this, you're not crazy. There's a whole community of us out there. I can support you if you would like any help understanding this further. I plan to post more videos about being an empath and how to help you, and some free resources. But I also offer coaching around this. So if you are interested in having a clarity session around this, or anything else about being a sensitive. I also want to say another thing that I didn't mention that I want to mention is a lot of people think that they are a codependent, which it's true. A lot of empaths are codependents, and a lot of codependents are empaths. Sometimes they're separate, sometimes they go hand in hand. And I'm just going to give you a quick little like picture about why that would be. When you are an empath and you're feeling everyone's energy around you, you want to make everybody happy. And why do you want to make everybody happy? Because you can feel when they're happy and it makes you happy. And if people are not happy, it's kind of hard to be around, right? So it sort of turns you into a codependent. I for years had everything reversed. I was spending so much of my energy, and I had no idea because I just grew up as this empath. It's like a survival mechanism. I was just putting everyone else's happiness first, because if they were happy, then I was happy. And I didn't even realize it. I was such a people pleaser. And now, light at the end of the tunnel, I've done so much work around this. I have my self-care first, and I fill my cup up first, and then I'm able to serve so many more people because I'm operating from a higher level than putting myself last, trying to manage everyone else's emotions and make everyone else happy, and then finally getting to me. And then just hoping that I pick up on their positive energy. Totally backwards. So I hope this helps. I totally relate to you. If you need someone, you're like, I'm this person, but I don't have anyone else to talk to, you've got this community with me. And yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say to you. Take me up on the free clarity call, and reach out if you have any questions. Okay, thanks so much.